Tri Delta sisters. Kristi Horner here, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio, where I've completely lost track of what day it is, yet without a doubt, I know that I'm headed into week 7, or is it 8? Let's just say I'm definitely headed into month 2 of sheltering in place. Have you ever provided care to someone that you love, perhaps kids or parents, siblings, friends, neighbors, colleagues? Then you're a caregiver. I'm a caregiver too. I'm the founder and executive director for Courage to Caregivers, a nonprofit with the mission to provide hope, support, and courage to caregivers and loved ones of those living with mental illness. We see ourselves in the caregiver burnout prevention business. Providing care to those we love can be hard on a good day. Factor in any type of brain difference or disability, and it's traumatic. Add on top of that a pandemic. We're all facing trauma right now, and providing care to those we love is hard on hard. I like to say trauma is trauma is trauma. There's no winner in the trauma Olympics. My story of trauma is just as valid as your story of trauma. You are not alone. Courage to Caregivers is all about self-care for the caregiver. We believe that self-care is the oxygen mask for the mental illness caregiver. Any caregiver. You know you can't pour from an empty cup. So I have 3 tips for you today for preventing caregiver burnout. Tip 1, understand your stress. Your stress is different than my stress. What causes you stress is different than what causes me stress. So identify what causes you stress and measure it over time so that when it does change, you know. How does it affect where you feel it in your body? Notice when compassion fatigue is setting in first and then potentially burnout. Be aware over time of what causes you stress, helps you to actually take action and step in before it gets worse. Then identify your go-to healthy coping techniques, what works for you, what doesn't, and make a list. Keep it handy. Maybe it starts with just taking a deep breath. Perhaps it's meditation or exercise, taking a walk, time in nature, talking about it, connecting with friends, family, or someone on your support team. Tip 2, reframing to reduce stress. We like to think of it as the 5 C's, adapted from the 3 C's for addiction recovery, which are essential to dealing with stress. I can't change it. I can't control it. I didn't cause it. I can't cure it, but I can cope. Reframing is a way of changing your worldview to create thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions that cause less stress. For example, my loved one is behaving in a certain way just to annoy me. Could be reframed as he or she isn't able to make a better choice at this time. Or perhaps instead of saying, I am failing at work, parenting, or volunteering, and can't get anything done while I'm stuck at home, we could reframe that by saying, my worthiness is not tied to my productivity at this time of sheltering at home. Reframing allows you to maintain a hope-filled and positive outlook. My 3rd tip, have healthy boundaries. This is hard, especially now. Boundaries can be physical or emotional or intellectual. Boundaries can be between you and other people, or you and work, or you and your thoughts that you allow into your mind. Healthy boundaries are a way of balancing your needs and the needs of others. They're empowering. Unhealthy boundaries are unempowering, and we are not responsible for other people's happiness. So make some me time. It might be easier than ever to work 24/7 or feel like you're not being productive enough. Carve out some time, schedule some time just for you. Create your sanctuary. What's your quiet space just to be alone? That might be hard right now, but I know you can do it. Communication and setting realistic expectations is critical to this one. This is a great time to finally learn how to say no and to remember to use your I language. How are you feeling right now? And really listening to those you love, how are they feeling right now? As May is Mental Health Awareness Month, If you don't feel safe or you are worried about yourself or someone you love, help is within reach. If you're currently experiencing a crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or text the crisis text line by texting TALK to 741-741. You are never alone.